On today's video, we're talking about how to put text behind images in Filmora X. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up everyone? Aaron here. Thanks for coming by and checking out another video. And like I said, today's video is all about putting text behind objects, making it move behind objects in Filmora 10 X or whatever you want to call it, but it's their version 10. X just seems to be cooler. Little disclosure here, I've actually just done a partnership with the people over at Wondershare Filmora. So this video is actually being sponsored by them, and you're going to see a little bit more creative content coming out in regards to some of their products, especially the ones that I use, Filmora X and Filmora Pro. So that being said, let's go jump on the computer and get right into it. All right, here we are now on the computer. We have Filmora X up and running, and we've imported our clip. You can do this with pretty much anything that you want to put a text behind. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag that right down into our first timeline. Yep, we want it to match. And then what we're going to do is you want to go over here to titles. Now, I would suggest if you wanted to do all your color grading and stuff like that, clip this, is depending on how long you want it, but if you want to do your color grading and stuff like that, now would be the time to do it. It makes it just a little bit easier, but you can do it at the end. Then what you want to do is you want to go up to titles, and you could pick different titles. The basic ones work better for this. So you want to bring it right down here into its own track. Double click on it. And normally it comes up with presets, so we want to change this, we want to change the text to whatever you want. So this, we'll call it, this is the text. And we want to change the type of text that we have here. So let's do something a little different. I like stuff that's a little more blocky like that for this. And then what you want to do is go over to animation. You want to scroll down. You'll see up roll, then left roll. Left roll is what I've been using. So you want to double click on that and then hit OK. And then when you play it back, you've got that. Now the text is in front of the Statue of Liberty, and we want it to be behind it. Now, if you wanted to, when you're in the text section, you can make the text bigger, you can scale it up, you can rotate it, you can change its position. I'm going to leave it right where it is just for this tutorial purposes, but again, you can really dig into this as much as you want or as little as you want when doing this effect. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back over to our media folder. We're going to take that same clip and bring it down on top. So now we've made our little sandwich, so to speak, our film sandwich. And then what we want to do is, I don't want this to be much longer, so we're going to clip it right there on both of them and get rid of the excess. And then we're going to go back here and we're going to click on the little eyeball there and eyeball here, and then we're just going to focus on this one. What we want to do is we want to go up to Effects, go over to Utilities. It's going to be under the Included folder, Filters, Overlays, Utilities. And then we want to come down to Image Mask. I mean, you could try Shape Mask if you wanted to, but I've basically used the Image Mask. So I'm going to take that and drag that right on top of my clip. Then we're going to go over to this little adjustment menu here, the Edit menu. Click on that. Let's see, bring that up. We're going to go over to Video. Come down to where it says Video Effects, and then you want to look through all the different shapes, and you want to get this one right here. Double click on it so it makes a square. Now with this, you have your XY axis, your width, your height, and your feather. So what we want to do is we really want to start bringing this width in, and I'm going to bring it in just like that, and then I'm going to use the X to bring it over the other way, kind of center it, and then bring this in even more. This mask works really good if it's not a big mask. So that being said, you want to try to get it as close to you as you can to your object, whatever you want it to go behind. So we're going to go a little more. We're going to go just like that. And then I'm going to bring up the feathering a little bit. So when I hit OK, and then I bring out the text. So now there's the text. Now we're going to do the first layer. And there it is going behind the object. And my phone just went off as usual. So let's bring this back. Actually, while this is playing, I'm going to put my phone on vibrate because it never fails. Somebody always calls. But now when we hit the playback button, you could render this. I don't think you need to because it's a smaller clip. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit play, and then you're going to see your text come in and out from behind. Now, if you're a perfectionist and you really want to dial this in, like, see how it kind of looks a little weird right there? What I would do is go back into my top part of your sandwich here, and what you want to do is just bring that in. Oh, too much. Maybe like right there. So you don't have as much of a mass. Now it looks like it's going through the Statue of Liberty, so that's not going to work. So we got to bring that out maybe right about there. And then you can just play with it. Yeah, I like the way that looks. So then you can just play with the way you want it to look, and now you have your text going behind your object. Now, what you can do with this is you can either continue building. So if you're making your video somewhere between, what I like to do is if I'm using this effect maybe for an intro or a part of my video, I'm going to create it, export it, and then bring it back in. You can do that. It's a little bit of an extra step, but that way there, if you're moving around your timelines, it's a lot harder to not mess it up. So that's it. Let's jump off the computer. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty easy. On like a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it's probably like a 2. You know, somewhere around there. It's something you can get down really easy. You just got to practice with the technique. And just remember, you want to make sure you have that sandwich. So your clip below, clip in the top, part in the middle, and you'll be good to go. It'll be super easy to get it done. So that being said, I would love to know how you're going to use this in your next video or when you plan on using it. So comment down below. Also leave a link to that video. I'd like to check it out and see how you're using it. And thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.